Hi guys, welcome to part 8 of my definition series. In this episode, I want to define my understanding of what a god is. Let me start off with an observation. If an aircraft crashes, we find that people die or survive regardless of religion. There has never been a crash where the people that prayed to a god survived and those that did not pray died, or any proof that only those believing in a specific god had a higher rate of survival over others. In fact, those that do pray in general, regardless to which god, are in no way favored compared to those who don't. In the real world, that is. In the real world, a pilot will look down at his instruments to try and control the plane using his skills and training instead of looking up and praying. Would a prayer make a god change its godly plan if that god were real? Why do believers of religion X say, yes, believers of religion Y may believe their God is real and the only one, but they are wrong? And followers of religion Y will then say the same about religion X and all other religions for good measure. Is it the old argument where only your own farts smell sweet, all others stink? Let's look at some statements and rules a religion makes for itself and the followers. Believe in God, follow sincerely the religion, respect other religions, perform selfless service, cultivate the values of truth, love, and so on, and be patriotic and respect the laws. Reading this, how many believers, followers, or theists did not shout, "That's me, that's my religion, my God"? Well, sorry to disappoint you, it's the credo of the Indian Satya Sai, and their one and only God. In Egypt, you get an inscription saying, "A great temple dedicated to the one and only God Aten." Tur is the one and only God of the Pundalians. The principle of Pancasila reaffirms the Indonesian people's belief that one God does exist. Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism, says, "My light is the name of one and only God." Looking at the above results, we see that there are several religions with their respective exclusive and bespoke gods. So what is a god? Is God a title, a name, or a function? Well, first I tried to establish what it is that theists call creator and master. If you research this, you will quickly find out that today we know of many creators. Going back in time, this number grows exponentially. All these religions claim in their texts that their specific God created the universe, along with all life within it, exclusively. What is reassuring is that all gods achieve this in a very similar manner, using similar methodologies, materials, and making similar mistakes. So yes, God is a function. Because none of the gods ever revealed itself to humans personally, we don't have a clear concept of what a god looks like. So humans created them in their image. Because the majority of the gods never introduced themselves personally, humans did not have a name for their gods. So they gave them descriptive or just human names. Some gods remain gods as there was no name assigned to them. You know, like some cat owners call their cat, Cat. Yes, God is a name. When humans first created gods, they assigned a specific function to them after the general creation was done to maintain the place. Gods were there to ensure the tide went out and the tide came in, and most importantly, to ensure angry gods were appeased when they made high waves endangering the boats. This was done initially through bribes they called offerings, consisting of produce all the way to humans, and later by the less lethal method of completing fixed rituals, the most common one being called praying, the ritual of which differs from religion to religion and from branch to branch. Until today, this ritual is performed to change the mind of one of the gods and plea for a change of their plans. These gods were compared to kings, who also had plans, demanded taxes, and made promises they would never have to keep. Yes, God is a title. The fusion of responsibilities has led to gods who are truly amazing in their versatility and capability, until you examine these in the real world and apply real world rules and restrictions. Which is why theists move their gods out of our reality into an imaginary realm. If we have so many gods and they are somehow untouchable and you are not actually allowed to analyze or investigate them for some obscure reason, what do these gods have that makes them gods? What are the definitions for a god? If I ask any number of theists, the believers in a specific and highly personal God, what are the characteristics or definitions of their God, I get very similar answers. It's a lot like comparing horoscopes, all very similar, something nice, comforting, and what we all like to hear. What continues to surprise again and again is how selective theists' memories are when it comes to ignoring the nasty, violent, and cruel aspects of their God and religion. In contrast, a page has collected some 1,606 different definitions of gods, not castrating the nasty or ridiculous ones. And here are the first 600 something odd of these. This demonstrates that these definitions can't apply to one single god, as they are contradictory. They can't all be right, but they can all be wrong. In addition, each religion on our planet has made up different definitions for its god and has created a slightly different religion, all exclusively unique, of course. What they all have in common, though, is the need for earthly money. He always needs money! I sometimes wonder how many preachers, priests, imams, pastors, mullahs, reverends, and so on would be left standing if the factor money would be completely eliminated. In conclusion, we see that gods are regional occurrences with surprisingly human traits and incredibly flexible definitions. They also require the active interpretation of their wishes by humans and even physical actions by humans in their name. A name we don't know and can never verify ourselves. In other words, my definition of any god is whatever you want it to be.